introduce your Mexican Iron Man! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Comic Book Roundtable! God, I miss that. Welcome everyone. Greetings one and all, and welcome to the Comic Book Roundtable. I'm your host, Stone Loki, and of course my co-host, the clobbering one himself, Clobbering Times and 24/7 Fusion Media. What is up, brother? How are you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm just glad to be here.
Blowing shit up.
Let's blow that shit up.
Let's blow that shit up. Good evening, everybody out there. Everybody in chat, good evening. It's so good to see you all. Monkey Jeebus, what's up? Gun Bunny.
Yeah, buddy.
Gun Bunny.
What's up,
Mark
24? Good to see you, buddy. I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Mark the Infinitely Tired and Chris Persia, good evening, gentlemen. Good evening. How are you doing? Akimi Mara, good evening. It is so good to see you. Dave Bob, my brother from another mother. Dave Bob. Pat S, what is up, Pat S? I know Pat S is so excited that we are back doing the roundtable. Good evening, good sir.
Oh, yeah.
Brandon, Looney Tunes fan 2000, what is up, my friend? Good evening. I keep wanting to say good morning. Broken Entertainment, what is up? Psychodorf 9, how are you doing, brother? Dean Krantz, Classic Comics. Hail, guys. It is so good to see you all here. And we're going to have one hell of a talk from book to silver screen. That's what we're talking about tonight. How are you gentlemen doing? What's going on, Clobbering?
What's up, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see that great shout out there. And I'm so happy to see my good old buddy 24. It's been forever, brother.
Hey, man. Thank you, man. It's great. It's great to be back, man.
Good to have you back.
Before we get rolling tonight, give us a little info. However much you want to go into it. If you don't want to go into it at all, that's fine. But are you settled now? You got your place. You're kicking ass, taking names.
Yeah, I'm finally home. Finally, tonight is my third night here. So, it's been a long time coming. Yeah, thank you, man. And there's a lot of things that need to be done to this place, but I'm in a good neighborhood and shit. I'm just excited to. I was a little nervous, but after like 2 shots, I was like, "Fuck that!" I kicked that nervous shit in the ass. So, I'm just ready to get this started, man, and talk about some, comic book movie shit. Yeah, man.
Hell yeah,
hell to the chat, man. Love y'all. Miss you guys, man, and I'm start dropping videos here in the next day or two, so be looking forward to that. But I'm just happy that we got the comic book roundtable back in effect and shit, man. I'm ready to get the party started, man.
Hell yeah. Pop says he is happy for you 24/7.
Thank
Chris
you, Pop.
Chris said glad to hear you're finally settled 24. Lots of shout outs going out to 24.
Oh man, thank y'all, man.
Yeah. Everybody missed you. Everybody kept asking me, "What's 24? Why didn't 24 on there?" I'm like, well, he's getting his shit together. That's why.
Thank you, man.
All his ducks in a row, and he's moving. He's had a horrible time moving, but he's getting there. And
fuck, man. Yeah, but I tell you what, man. Shit, man. I'll be seeing you here in about 2 weeks, man, or whatever, man. So yeah, you'll be able to see it yourself, man.
Heck yeah. I was just telling Vigilante the other night. Me and you guys got to get together. We got to get.
Yeah, man. He hit me up yesterday. Told me that, man. He was like, "Yo, we got to get together, man."
Pat S's house party at 24s.
There you go.
Hell yeah, man. Shit.
So let's talk comic book movies. The big screen. I don't want to do TV just yet. We'll leave that for later. We'll leave TV for later, but let's talk Yeah, another time. But let's talk big movies. Let's talk big movies. It's got to have been in the theater, and yes, that includes Batman. The
66. It was there.
no the Oh my God! Why am I wanting to call it Arkham Asylum? It's not Arkham Asylum because that's a damn video game. It's the
Batman Mask of the Phantasm.
Mask of the
That was in
Phantasm.
theater, yeah.
Yes, that includes
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Well,
It's
of
an
course.
animated movie.
Great.
As long as it was in a theater,
It was.
as long as it had a theatrical release,
Right.
it qualifies. And chat, I want to hear from you guys too. I want to hear what you think. What is your favorite? It doesn't have to be like, oh my God, well, this book says this movie made the most money, or, you can't, it has to be, Avengers, Infinity War. No,
Right,
no.
right.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite book from, shit, if it's like Man of Steel, by all means, let us know. Just tell us and tell us why. That's why we're here. That is why we are here.
Yeah,
With
even I won't
Superman
judge
Dave Bob. You got to be more specific than
He means
like
Superman the movie. I know when he says that. I know Dave Bob. Man. Yeah.
Christopher Reeves.
Yeah.
Reeves.
Reeve.
I always say Reeves. I don't know why I always say Reeves.
Well, if you think about it, it's such a weird thing that before he got that role, many years the guy who was most famous for playing him on the TV show was George Reeves, real name George Bessel,
Right.
but still real George Reeves. And then they cast a guy with a very similar name except for one letter. It's just kind of strange.
Yeah, and then I guess bodybuilder Steve Reeves didn't help it.
Steve Reeves, yes, but
I think it's because my mom always called him Christopher Reeves, so that
everybody
stuck
did.
in my
A
head.
lot of people did.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
So-
I know. I'm guilty of that shit too.
I Italian Commandos.
I
wish.
don't remember what I was watching the other day. I was watching a DC animated movie because I was watching it on HBO Max. I don't remember which one it was, but I completely lost it because they were playing the music for the original Superman movie in this animated movie, and I just lost my shit. I was like, that is so cool that Jarrell and Laura are standing there and they put him in the crib and it's like da na 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 na, and I'm like, oh my God, they're playing the damn music. This movie sucks, but they played
From one of the DC animated movies, which one was that? Was it
I'll have to look it up.
Latest one they did called Superman. Not Reborn. They did one about a year and a half ago that was really terrible. He was like a beta boy Superman.
I'll
He
have
had the
to,
right
I'll have
costume,
to
but he looked really skinny.
I'll have to look it up. I'll have to look up which one it was, but they were putting him in the ship and they were playing the music and I just flipped out, dude. I just completely flipped out. Dun, dun. I watched the opening in that movie
weird.
so many times in the middle of watching Smallville because they took that shit to heart. And you can talk shit about Smallville. I said we weren't going to talk TV, but you can talk shit about Smallville and how crappy Smallville was. At least they honored the original movie. At least they did that. So having Christopher Reeves in it as the doctor that tells him you're an alien, dude. You're an alien. You came from a planet called Krypton. This is the message we got. We knew the day you landed. We just didn't know where you landed. We've been waiting for you. And I was like, dude, this is the coolest shit ever. I lost it.
Well, I couldn't stand Smallville, so I didn't watch it at that point. Even with him on there, I couldn't. I just, the Smallville people, again, I know we're not supposed to be talking about TV show, so turned me off the minute they announced before the series aired. It said no flights, no tights. Well, then leave Superman alone. Go to hell. Die.
Cygadorb 9 with $2 super chat says, gotta be the Dark Knight trilogy. I would almost agree with that.
The Nolan movies, I guess, but
I would almost agree with that, except I hate that last movie. I hate that last movie.
I hate Dark Knight. I call it Dark Knight Retires. I hate it.
I got what they were trying to do. They were trying to kind of do Dark Knight Returns, but it just didn't work out that way.
Right.
And no Superman there. And I mean that was
Warfest, man.
That was on them. They were going to bring Superman in and do a lot of stuff with that, and they never did it.
You know, someone counted up. There's like even in the biggest long bloated cut of that thing is like maybe 20 minutes of scenes with Batman in it, or like
Yeah,
2.5, 3 hours, whatever the hell it was. One, it was a long movie, even in the theater.
Pop's throwing out some humdingers: The Crow, Superman 2, Road to Perdition, Spider-Man 2, and Dark Knight.
I hate Superman 2, but the other ones are.
You don't like the one with Neil before Zod.
The Donner cut, I like parts of it, but there was still some problems with it because he got. We'll put it this way: the Donner cut. I'm planning one of these days to have a serious come to Jesus conversation about that one because as much as I love him, there are things wrong. It's not as bad as the Lester cut. I liked him, but there's some really messed up things even in the Donner cut. And I love Richard Donner, and I love the original film, of course. If he'd got a chance to, if he hadn't got screwed around with, maybe he would have been different. But even if the Donner cut tells me what he was planning to do at the end of his movie, at the end of both, gigantic bloated segments of it, I don't know, because if you've seen the end of the Donner cut, you can't be okay with it, even though it treats the character better than the terrible Richard Lester cut. Just me. Captain America vs. Avengers is a great one. Love it.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't think I would either. What about you, 24?
You mean on you talking about just superhero movies in general, or you talking about the Donner cut?
Throw in any way you want to.
Oh shit! Actually,
Howard the Duck, right? Just kidding.
I tell you what, man. When I was a kid, I loved that movie.
Who? Howard the Duck?
I'm just teasing. It's a fun movie.
I mean, man, shit, man. Hey, I was ready to see Howard the Duck fuck something, so I was like, "Yo."
Oh wow!
I thought, I thought it was gonna happen the first time I watched it. I was like, "Yo, he's about to what?"
He said, "Blow that shit up, Howard."
Lay down the quack foo.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a great one if we just throw them out there left and right. The Rocketeers, one of the greatest of the ball.
Oh, right. Dude, I tell you what, I don't think I've ever seen my dad. I don't think I ever saw my dad more excited about a superhero movie than The Rocketeer. He was so excited. We had tickets for first day showing, and he was so excited. And when we walked out of there, he was like, "I don't really know if I like it or not." And it grew on him. It did. It grew on him. But I don't think he liked what's his name as the villain.
Oh, Timothy Dalton was fantastic.
Timothy Dalton. I thought he was too, dude. He was he's
Flynn.
like
He was playing Errol Flynn as a bad guy.
Yeah.
Based on rumors, probably there were lies about Errol Flynn in real life. He was not a Yahtzee or any of that stuff, but those lies exist. I mean, those, it was based on actual, probably apocrypha from Hollywood. But he's supposed to be pretty much Errol Flynn, and Errol Flynn had a lot of things said about him, like along those lines. But still, I love that movie. And I'll throw you a curveball, one that you hear back and forth. Some love it, some don't. You hear, I don't understand this.
Right.
Why people don't like it, but I love The Phantom with Billy Zane.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. With Tom Zane. Yeah. Actually, I love The Phantom. Have you seen the Did you see the other Phantom that came out?
That terrible TV show, you mean?
No. Actually,
a dumb suit.
I think was it the Sci-Fi Channel where the dude they showed that
it was terrible.
They showed the suit for the original Phantom from the
for a second, but he was wearing a exoskeleton type suit.
And then they gave him he got a new suit.
Yeah, that was so bad. Ugh. Yeah, I love the Billy Zane one though, with the great Patrick McGoohan, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Treat Williams. That was very faithful for a character that predates all the superheroes. The Phantom predates all the other costume superheroes pretty much as far as a comic strip, created by Lee Falk, and it was very faithful. And he is one of the few characters that's a legacy character in a sense, although you always wanted to be Kit Walker, the ghost who walks. And
I have that.
Does the Shadow count? Since the Shadow used to be like a radio.
He started as a pulp and as a radio show. There were some comics, but he's not a comic book character.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I have.
I hate the movie. Just me.
Yeah, I have some of his comics actually.
Well, I know he's not originally a comic character.
I remember in the 70s when DC got him, because Batman is actually partly
Based on the Shadow, yeah, in a lot of ways.
Yeah, based on him. But you know, I don't know if you ever read that comic where Batman fought him in the 70s.
They met and they were friends. They became friends.
Right, right.
That was one of those early 70s when DC had the Shadow. I liked the DC version. I didn't like the 80s DC version of the Shadows by Howard Chaykin.
No, I didn't like that either.
That.
Yeah, I like that one, the 70s version. Yeah.
But he's not originally a comic book character, though. He is originally from pulps and radio shows.
So I've got one here that I guarantee nobody's sitting here thinking of. The Punisher, 1989. Dolph Lundgren.
I own that shit. Yeah.
The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren.
I barely remember any of it. Not a Punisher fan though. Just
Yeah, he was like coming out the sewers and shit.
That one. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I had this, when they came out with that movie, he was drunk. He's like constantly drinking out of his bottle of Jack Daniels. He's always drunk. He's always just got this scowl on his face. Obviously, his family gets killed. He gets killed and left for dead, but he's not dead. Comes back and is out punishing people, as is the Punisher. But I think he played it completely differently than anybody else that's played it, because he's very, very quiet. He doesn't have any kind of I'm gonna get revenge or any crap like that. He's just like he's does
like the Terminator kind of, man.
Yeah, he's kind of like the Terminator.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever even said all through that, but I'm not a big Punisher fan. So, just me. A lot of people like him.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to put on the skull. He never did that shit, man. I was like, what the fuck?
Nope.
Yeah, exactly. At that time, I was surprised they made that thing. Marvel didn't know what they were doing in the movies. They were planning all these other ones, like that terrible Captain America movie they did, the FF movie that was the write-off.
Dude, I used to have a poster. Coming soon to theaters of the Captain America with the shield.
Yeah.
The shield poster.
Wait, hold on.
It never came out in theaters. It went straight to
films. Before that,
that
they
was
had
in
the poster,
90s, right?
Yeah, but even before that, there was a poster that said Stan Lee's Captain America. Excuse me, Stan did not create Captain America. That's not true. There.
But yeah, you're right. You're right. 24. That was in the 90s.
Yeah.
And I was waiting. I wanted to go see it. I've always had some love for Cap.
I've watched it before. Have you seen it?
The what?
It was terrible.
I've watched it before. Have you seen it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, with the Red Skull being Italian.
The Italian
Red
Skull. And Matt Salinger. Whoo. Boy, he was terrible. The movie sucks. It might be worse than the FF movie, which at least that was never supposed to be seen.
Yeah. What about David Hasselhoff's Nick Fury, man?
TV movie.
Oh God.
It was a TV movie.
What?
It wasn't that good.
Oh shit! Or Man Thing?
Oh my God! For the
yeah, because I got that. Actually, that was like more like a horror. Yeah, there was like this dude. He was fucking his chick, man, and Man Thing killed both of them. I was like, what the fuck they do to you? They didn't.
Well, if they were afraid of him, whatever knows fear burns at the touch of Man Thing. Remember?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was just
he wasn't like a hero weird, anymore. Man. He's Ted Sallis. His mind is gone. He's just a mindless.
Me too, man. Because when that came out,
burns him.
That Punisher, right?
Man Thing was
Ginger Ninja,
90s or something, yeah.
And Ginger Ninja, we are talking comic book movies, but it had to have been released on the silver screen. Yeah, we brought up that stupid Captain America movie, but that's because it was supposed to be and just never did.
Yeah, but technically, something back then. When a film was made and put on videotape, there was that video place where they produced almost all of those videotapes was next to this theater, and they would give it a run of like 5 days in this theater. Anything they would put out, they straight to video movies just so they could technically call it a film. Way back when.
Oh man.
Somewhere up in Illinois, I don't know exactly where. Ohio or.
All right. Well, how about this? How about Lou Ferrigno's Hercules?
Not a comic book movie, but
well, I thought he was a Hercules from the comic books with the mustache and the and the goatee and all that shit.
You don't have to pay either. Marvel or DC both had Hercules comics at one point, so you don't have to pay to use that name ever. So
is that the Hercules that's banging Wolverine now?
Oh,
I don't know about right now, but
well, whatever it was, they
Adrian
had
Padalecki thing that was a TV pilot, unsold. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
By David Kelly, the guy who did was it Boston Legal and Picket Fences and all that stuff. He did a 1 hour unsold pilot. Adrian Padalecki, yes, from the Orville, and she even played what's her face from Agents of Shield. She was on that as Bobby something or other. Yeah, what's her name?
Oh.
I'm forgetting her name.
Anyway, Bob asks, what about Adrian Padalecki Wonder Woman?
That's all. You can find it on YouTube. It's an unsold pilot.
Yeah, I did a matter of fact. I did a cut of that shit, man. I got a video on that. Adrian Padalecki Wonder Woman. Yeah, look that shit up, man. Look up Wonder Woman on my channel. I definitely did a cut of that shit, man. It's actually pretty good too, man. I'd rather have watched that. Yeah, I'd rather watch that. Matter of fact, when I made my video, I was saying how I would rather watch that than watch Wonder Woman 1984, man.
Well, yeah, 1984 is pretty bad, but that Padalecki thing, I mean, she's cute and all. I don't know what it wouldn't. I don't know
she
what
was hot as fuck, huh?
I don't know if it'd have been a good show. But, she also played Mockingbird on Agents of Schmuck, and then she was on the Orville, of course.
Right. Yeah.
What do you guys think about? How do you guys feel about Watchmen?
Boy, I got a complicated answer there. So if 24 has anything to say.
Was that
Watchmen?
Oh, the Watchmen. I loved it, man. I love the Watchmen. I like the Ultimate Director's Cut, and matter of fact, they also have Watchmen motion comic book that I have too, man.
That's based on the real comic.
Yeah. I like that, but the motion comic book is pretty good too. I have that shit. I have the DVD. I have all that shit, man. Yeah, man. That fucking motion comic book. A lot of people never did check that out, man. And also like that. What's that? The Tales of the
Black Freighter.
Yeah, that shit. Oh, that shit was fucking awesome too, man. Well, I like that shit, man.
Loki, have I ever told you? Are you aware of what a fanatic I am about Watchmen?
I am. That's why I asked. I saved this for right around the middle tonight because I know this answer is going to be complicated.
Well, for about a year before the film came out, Zack Snyder, before I had my grudge against him, and this was part of it, he was actually communicating to fans who were like big on these message boards, and I was on there with a lot of them. And one of his early things he talked about was he said, "Look, Dave Gibbons holding a copy of it's not a graphic novel, it's a trade paperback, folks, of the trade paperback that compiles the 12 issues and the only Watchmen comic that ever counted by Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons, albeit with Alan Moore's name off of it now." And he said, "We've got Dave Gibbons as consultant here. You guys, it's in good hands. We love the book. We're going to do it right." Here's what, and for the longest time, towards when we started getting closer to 2009 and a release, people started saying something about, we're seeing all the stuff from the movie. We're not seeing a squid. If you're a Watchmen fan, you know what that means.
Yep.
And he was pretty much misleading people even to the release of the film. He said, "Oh, look, I got you guys back. I know how you feel about this. I love it as much as you do. Don't worry." He didn't say there was going to be a squid so much as he led people to believe that they just, every time they would ask him, "Hey, look, I got you guys." Well, of course, there's no intention of doing the squid. And when you don't do the squid, you are changing the end story. Many people like to defend that ending. I hate the ending of his version of Watchmen. But even if I liked it, look, his casting in the movie is fantastic. Many of his visuals are very slavish to the original comic, and I love it. This is a wonderful to look at film. It's wonderfully cast for the most part. I love a lot of things about it, and even I still have a certain love for it in some ways. But I hate a lot of things stylistically. He screwed some scenes up from the book, and I hate his ending. And I like it. His director's cut. First director's cut was pretty interesting and added a little bit more, made it a little bit better than the theatrical version. The big uber gigantic ultimate one was nice when he put the Black Freighter stuff back in there. So overall, I enjoy it, but I still hate the way he ended it, and I still say that he cheapened the end. He cheapened the whole story and turned it into a kind of just some, good to look at popcorn fare when the brilliance of the original comic was not translated to the screen very well. But then again, I found out later that Hack Snyder is a hack and was not capable of translating something so brilliant. He was capable of stylistically making it look good, but he destroyed some scenes. He ruined Rorschach's origin. He ruined some of the credibility of the film by adding really stylistically idiotic fight scenes that didn't belong. He ruined certain things. So overall, made it just kind of a fun movie to watch. So I have a love-hating relationship with it. It's a lot of fun to watch. It does not capture the brilliance of the original, the comic and the story, and it never will.
Kronos asked, "What is the squid?"
Well, should I tell him? I mean, you've never
yeah, go ahead.
Basically, in the plot of the original comic, Ozymandias, was stealing from and even admits this in the comic, the plot of a Outer Limits episode called The Architects of Fear, where he wants to unite the world to keep it from destroying itself. Remember, this comic was written in the mid-'80s, folks, where people were really afraid of nuclear Armageddon. And Ozymandias wanted to create this gigantic alien being, a false one, and have it explode all over New York. And it had a psychic intelligence that he had bred into it, to where it would cause many people to die, their heads to explode through a psychic explosion, and it would look like Earth was under attack by aliens, and the whole planet would unite. That was his plan, which made, I don't care what you say about that plot and how outlandish it is, it's better than the idiocy of framing Dr. Manhattan for the destruction, which was dumb and asinine and ignorant. So it was a squid-like being. We say squid, it's not really a squid, it's an alien, but we call it a squid affectionately.
And then killing Rorschach to cover it up.
But then, of course, they have a great issue. But yes, I love the Architects. There are people who don't like that Architects of Fear ending. I think it's way better. Framing Dr. Manhattan was asinine to me. But then, see, you got me on Watchmen. You knew it would happen, dude. Dude, that's how I started. 2 movies I started my show in 2009 that made me want to go into podcasting. It was that to an extent, and even more the Jar Jar Abrams fake trash. And boy, did I have a field day on those. Except Watchmen, I still like. There's so many great things in Watchmen that make me overlook some of the bad things in there. But I just overall just didn't like the movie. Didn't like the ending.
What do you find better, the version we got in theaters or the ultimate cut that is now considered like the better?
The director's cut or the ultimate cut, of course, way better than the theatrical. There were some problems with the theatrical version too, because first of all, you release that thing in 2009. Superhero movies weren't as big as they were later. But still, it looked like a superhero movie, even though it was rated R. And they added like the nudity of Dr. Manhattan and stuff to a movie. That episode, that's what I said. Dave, but I said it was the Architects of Fear from Outer Limits. I said that. You hear me? It's even said in the comic. So,
well, they even play that. They even play that in the movie. They play that.
And then it was in the comic as well. Yeah. Even though the thing is stupid about the movie is they didn't follow it in the movie. They put it in there like morons. Like, Zack Snyder, you're an idiot. Why'd you put this in the movie when your comic didn't follow that story? You idiot. But I think it's as a fan of the comic, even though he still butchered the ending, that longer version, that Uber edition where he sticks the Black Freighter back in it, is a lot of fun to watch if you won't mind sitting there for 4 hours.
Yeah, that's I agree with you on that, man. I like I say, even like Tales from the Black Freight, even when I watched it separate, because you can actually get that on a separate disc, and watch it separately. Oh, yeah. And I have that too, and so I have all the versions, even that ultimate, like that last one, that real thick one, the last one that they put out. I own all of them, man, and I did enjoy when they stuck that in there, and you get to watch the Tales from the Black Freight as it happens.
Yeah,
was actually pretty good, man.
They ruined Rorschach,
and I tell you,
he ruined Rorschach's origin.
I mean, you know what he did. But but I agree with you, man. When they about the casting, man, I think like when you sit there and you think about the comedian, like the actor, and just the way he portrayed him, and even the guy that played Rorschach, and I mean, just all of them, they were fucking. That was a very, and I think actually for all the mistakes, excuse me, that that the movie had canonically, I think, with the acting and the way, you know, a lot of shots, the visuals, and the way it made up for a lot of shit that kind of didn't go right with the movie. The performances were actually pretty fucking good, man.
Oh, I loved all the I loved all the talent they had. They had some absolutely awesome talent. Jeffrey Dean Morgan as the comedian. I was like, fuck yes. This is before his ass showed up.
Mauler, right?
Jackie Earle Haley wanted to be Rorschach so much that he dressed up, made a costume, dressed up and shot some scenes of in his own living room to audition. And he was one of the greatest you talk about a comic book character casting, which is something I talk about sometimes. A comic book character casting, it's right up there in terms of how perfect the comic book character casting is Jackie Earle Haley as Rorschach. He is Rorschach. You could not cast better. Now, like you said, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is great as a comedian. Ooh. I loved Patrick Wilson as Dan Dreberg, the new Night Owl.
And Jeffrey Dean Morgan got that before they brought him over to Walking Dead, which is where most people know him from. I had seen him in the first season of Supernatural. I liked him as the boy's dad. I'd seen him a couple other things, but when he did this, I was like, dude, it's A+ casting, casting in this movie.
Right.
I see what you're saying, Dave. Bob, my bad, but no, he was fantastic, and not only that. Listen, Patrick Wilson's fantastic as Dan Dreberg, aka the new Night Owl. I got you covered, Dave, but I didn't realize you were saying it to me. But I just he was fantastic. Those three were the best, I thought. But the guy playing I guess who else would be good in that? Was good casting.
The chick that played the first Silk Spectre.
Oh God, yeah. Carla Gugino.
Yeah.
Carla Gugino.
Man, she was fucking awesome, man.
Yeah. I didn't mind Malin Akerman, like a lot of people criticize her as Laurie, she's okay. Maybe a weak spot would be Adrian. The Ozymandias casting.
Right.
Adrian Veidt. That guy, I'm not so good. The guy who played Manhattan was all right.
You know who reminds me of him now is Homelander. The guy who plays Homelander. Right. Homelander would have made an absolute great Ozymandias.
I've never seen that, so I don't know. But I know what you're talking about. I don't watch it.
Really?
Hell, dude, you know me. I can't stand modern bad, evil superhero crap. I'm not interested in it whatsoever.
But there are some good ones. There are good ones, and they're fighting the bad ones.
Yeah, but they're all, I don't know. I just hate the concept. Never liked the comic. But I hear you. Everyone likes it. I'm not stopping anybody. I promise you, I'm not coming over to anyone's house and stopping them from watching it.
Why did you say that name, Claude?
Yeah, greatest.
Say, you know what, man? For an idea, no shit, we should do fan films.
Do that one day.
Yeah, just I know I've seen a lot of them like in the last 2020. I mean, just for another show, it just fucking hit. Why don't we cover some fan film type shits, man? And these are the people that really care about it more than any of these fucking directors, man. So
Zach, I don't acknowledge that show. Boy, that I will not acknowledge that show. That is fan fiction. It's
like it's just like one weird thing about that though.
What?
It was one episode that I hate to say, it's horrible. One episode that was almost kind of decent, and it dealt with the flashback, and the squid is in it. In other words, they went back and acted like the squid happened.
Yeah, I saw that
character played by that guy, the weirdo character. Forget the character's name, but the show's a piece of garbage. Don't get me wrong, but it was kind of it. That one episode was mildly interesting for a show that was total trash from hell.
Yeah, they had about about 1 or 2 episodes that was. Yeah, man, that show. Yeah.
Who's Pappy?
She's talking about me. They finally found me.
Oh, that's you. I didn't know.
They finally found him.
But for Alan Moore adaptations, that's probably, I guess, the one. By the way, you Jackie Earle Haley. What? Good.
Nah, I was thinking, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. What do you think?
Yes.
I liked it. A lot of people don't like it. Everyone hates it.
Ooh, I love that movie, man. fuck.
No, I loved it. I loved the characters. I thought again, casting was great in that movie.
Yeah. Yep.
And once if you realize who you're dealing with and who they're talking about, you're like, oh my God, wait, Alan Quartermain, like Lost City of Gold, Alan Quartermain? Yes. Lost City of Gold, Alan Quartermain. Captain Nemo, like, the Nautilus cap? Yes. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You don't even have to be be a lover of the comic to know who these people are and get excited. Wait, that's Mina from Bram Stoker's. Yes, that's Mina.
Oh man, she was awesome. That actress. Oh man.
You want to hear from Blasphemy? The comic, which I liked at first, first of all, Alan Moore was stealing all kind of stuff all over the place, but the comic book was unfilmable. I'm sorry. Watchmen may have been unfilmable. People said that for years and they did it. You could not faithfully adapt the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen because it would have to have been a double, triple R or X or whatever. And it was, it was pretty, after the first and the second one, it really started getting really disgusting. Alan Moore was being really perverted. This was just a straight up, it took his basic idea, which he did not create, by the way, taking fictional characters from other sources and teaming them up. He took that from Phil Bose Farmer and other people. But it's still that I liked the first League of Extraordinary Gentlemen comic. Okay. The second one was odd. Then it got really weird, but this movie could not do that. If you're going to make a mainstream action film out of it, you couldn't adapt Alan Moore stuff, and people judged it on that basis. It's just watered down, silly adventure stuff instead of adapting more. Well, Moore was not original when he wrote that in the first place, folks, and there was no way we were going to do that perverted comic into a mainstream movie in 2003 or 4. It wasn't going to happen.
June Wong with $5 super chat says, speaking of fan films, comment on The People's Joker. I have not seen The People's Joker.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
But I will look it up. June Wong. I'll look it up. As soon as the show's over tonight, I will look it up and I will let you know. Kronos asks, can you recommend a show or show to watch? What, like comic book show? You wanting like a comic book movie or a comic book show? Honestly, I'd go with Batman, the animated series. Can't go wrong. Superman, the animated series. Justice League.
I mean, it all depends on how you feel. Like if I give you an example,
Mightiest Heroes.
Yeah, or shit. It depends if you want to go old school. You can go with the Shazam TV show. You can go with the Secrets of Isis. You can go with the Hulk TV show. You can go with Wonder Woman. You can go with like old Spider-Mans. The ones from the 70s. Yeah, come on, man. It's all kind of good shit out there, man.
You know what's really messed up? I was scrolling through Twitter.
Uh-huh.
And you know how people put those like images of old TV shows up and they're like, if you recognize this, then you're too old, blah blah blah. And it's got fucking Dr. Banner from the Hulk TV show with his thumb out on the side of the road, but you don't see his face. And I immediately know what this is. I know, because if you watched any episode of the Hulk back in the day,
that's all he did.
Did the same way. And with him walking down the road with his thumb out, like, yep, I'm going somewhere else now. Pat S says MASH. I loved MASH. I love the series MASH. I love the movie MASH.
Rockford Files is a great show too. I love that show.
Man.
Walking Dead. Zach says Walking Dead season 1. I loved the first half of the Walking
Dead.
Yeah,
the Walking Dead. Wow.
It was right after they brought Negan. That's who I was thinking of earlier. That's what I was going to say earlier. It was before Jeffrey Dean Morgan became Negan.
I got an obscure one for you because we're naming ones a lot of people know. Remember we were talking about Jackie Earle Haley a little while ago? That's Rorschach.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he was also in another show based on DC. It was a TV show based on DC Comics that didn't last long, and it was a brilliant show from 2011 and 12 called The Human Target.
You talking about from DC, The Human Target?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah. I remember The Human Target from like the 70s.
No, I'm talking about the last one they did in 2011 though, with Jackie Earle Haley, who not too long after he did, was a Watchman, was on that show as a really great character called Guerrero. And it was based on the DC comic, loosely, That show was a great action, great adventure show with great characters and stuff. I loved The Human Target, and it got canceled too soon. Only 2 seasons of it. You got it with Mark Valley. Anyone ever see that show? John McBride. You ever watch that? Didn't last long. So good. if you can find it. I had to get a bootleg of it because the second season they never put out on DVD. The first season we did. But man, Jackie Earle Haley, dude, is unbelievable on that show. He's so good. See, no one remembers it.
Cobra Kai is good. Yes. Someone said Cobra Kai. Yeah, Cobra Kai is a good show to watch. If we're not talking comic book shows, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking comic shows.
But we're talking comic book movies.
And Human Target sort of is. Now, they did a Human Target show back in the 80s, like a pilot with Rick Springfield. Believe it or not. As Christopher Chance. He's a kind of obscure DC character that used to be in the back of Batman. I mean, the Batman Brave and the Bold comic. You know.
Shit, what about She-Hulk?
They ought to make a show of her. They should give She-Hulk.
No, I'm talking about the old school one with Bridget Nielsen.
Did that ever even release though? That never even was released.
I mean, shit, people they got. I mean, you know, they got pictures
of that. Pictures, but are there even?
I heard there was bootlegs out of that.
Oh, okay. Well, who's seen that? Then raise your hand if you've seen that. I don't think it's even. Did they even film much of it though? I don't even remember.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
I've seen the pictures.
Yeah, shit.
Did they make it though? Did they even make a pilot? I don't know, man. I'm asking you because I don't know, but I remember she.
Yeah, actually, they did, man.
At some point. Okay, I didn't know. I did not know that.
Yeah, it was kind of like the same that they did for that Adrian Palicki Wonder Woman. You know, it's like it was just yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was.
Well, I mean, there was an early Wonder Woman pilot in the '60s that you could find sometimes on YouTube. It was a comedy. So anyway,
so I'm gonna bring up a list,
right,
of what the Rolling Stones.
Right.
Magazine says is the 50 greatest superhero movies of all time, according to the Rolling Stones. So we're going to bring up this list. And right off the bat, burn it down, Cloudy. It's Zack Snyder's Justice League.
It doesn't belong in the top 550, but at least it's at 50. That's something.
Coming in at 50. Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that fucked up.
Ghost Rider.
They put Ghost Rider before Zack Snyder's Justice League.
They put Ghost Rider.
Get
everything on this list is better than Zack Snyder's Justice League. So, but look, Snyder's Justice League is a piece of trash. But my point is, let's be fair to all these movies. There aren't that many really great comic book movies if you really think about it.
Man,
really, some of them you just tolerate. How many of them are really actually good?
You know, actually, I got easily over the comic book movies, man. So just to think, outside of everything that hit theaters, I mean, there's a lot of shit that didn't, or went straight to VHS or DVD or
didn't last long. Yeah, sure.
Right, exactly. So I mean, so give you an example. You remember when sorry about that.
You all right?
Drop the mic. Yeah. Do you remember when what was that? I think
dropped the mic, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh. You remember Sticky Fingers from the group Onyx? When he did like Blade, he was doing Blade movies.
Huh?
So I mean, there's like and he was doing it for Marvel. So it was the Blade the TV show, and he was doing Blade movies. And I think if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it for like a Turner channel?
A Blade TV show? You mean they did? I think maybe they had a show, but that's a TV show. I'm not.
No. Yeah. Like
Rolling Stone says overall, the movie is shamelessly goofy fun in a way that rewards casual, expectation-free viewing. Means if you don't really give a shit about Ghost Rider, you'll probably enjoy it.
Yeah, at least it wasn't as bad as the second one. So, yeah.
Oh, the second one.
Now, I have not seen this one. It's not a comic book. Was this called comic book movies?
They're saying this is a comic book.
That's not a comic book.
What if Lex Luthor was a big-headed, blue-skinned alien who had a thing for Lois Lane and then won because Superman just wasn't all that into his job?
I hear it's a good movie. I haven't seen it, and I want to watch it, but it's not based on the comic. Inframan. Oh, my God, I love Inframan. And that's not based on the comic either.
Inspired by the runaway success of the Japanese TV show Ultraman, legendary Hong Kong movie producer
I saw this.
decided to come up with his own story of a scientist.
saw it at the theater.
I don't know why do they have non-comic book movies on here?
Because they're dummies.
I mean, I'm
That's
gonna
even
go
so
back
bad.
in there
Of
just
course.
to make sure I'm not
By
like
the way, did the Snyder Butt? Oh, superhero movies. Okay, fair enough.
superhero movies.
Did
Okay,
Snyder Butt play in
Yeah.
theaters? Maybe it did. I don't know. Anyway, okay, superhero. That's fine. Although Inframan, really, I don't know what we got here.
Scott Pilgrim
What's
versus
that one
the
there?
World.
Yeah,
That was Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah, it's all right.
I like
I
that
mean,
movie,
I
man.
Never
put
saw
comic
this
book
one.
movies. Okay, 44
Oh,
Batman movie,
That's too low.
1966.
Screw you. That's a top 10 or more.
Yeah,
Too low.
that movie was better. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Ain't no way in hell there's
What
like.
43 are better than that? Come on,
Yeah,
man.
I was just about to say that. Damn, you took the words out of my mouth, man. I was about to say, what other 44 movies can?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I can see maybe a
Hell with
good
them.
20 or 30, but not the whole 40.
Yeah, no kid. I'm with you. 24. Now, look, you know
Look,
what?
Damn,
This one was pretty good.
they got
It was
Thor
all right.
ranked
Thor
that
was
low.
good.
I mean, I'm not saying
They got
Thor's the
Thor
greatest,
ranked
but
that low.
Lego
Not
Batman
43.
screw off.
Lego Batman.
That's not better than Batman.
The
66.
Avengers at 41.
Damn.
41. These people are smoking crack.
Are
That
you
movie-
serious?
Wow. Yeah.
Let me see what's better than that.
Man,
let's see what's
No.
what's 40?
Belong in the top 100. Who you?
Oh, standout moment from the
Damn.
finale of Christopher Nolan's classic trilogy. It's the
Oh,
scene where
movie
Bane and
sucks.
Batman go mano a mano.
Wow.
And
Boy.
the supervillain pummels the world's greatest detective like he's tenderizing beef.
Man, Avengers
This
is
guy's
good
got a
movie.
hard on. Whoever wrote this has a hard on for
You idiot.
someone killing Batman.
Avengers is a great movie. Screw them. But good.
Doctor Strange and the
Oh,
Multiverse of Madness.
That's something that's better than Ghost
Captain
Rider.
America.
That
38.
low?
Are you
Oh, screw
serious?
off.
Wow.
I'm
Give me a
serious.
Screw off. No, 37 movies in superhero movies are not better than that. That's not better than Batman than First Avenger. You screwheads.
Damn.
Idiot.
I hate to see the other 30.
Oh, Tank.
Come on now. That's bullshit.
You jerk.
I don't even know nobody that really watched Tank Girl.
It is Rolling
No.
Stone, though. Okay,
Oh,
Ant-Man's all right, but
please.
it's not better than those. I like Ant-Man fine, but come on. It sucks. That movie's not that good.
Suicide Squad. Blade at 33. Blade
was
2.
all right, and that
Blade
might be a
2.
little low. I like that
Is
a
that a
lot.
comic?
Yeah, Unbreakable was good,
Superhero
man.
movie.
But damn.
It's not a comic book, but it's a superhero movie. They said superheroes. I love it, but I like V for Vendetta a lot. But
Yeah, man. I did like V for
It
Vendetta.
should
I
at
got
least
the
be in the
book.
top 20.
I mean, it should be up there. It took some liberties, but I mean, it was good. That's a
These fucks are smoking crack.
Oh my
Yo.
god, that's garbage.
Finally,
And then-
the first major American film focused on an
Well, that
Asian
makes it great.
superhero.
That makes it
No,
great.
this is a lie.
That's a lie.
We had Big Trouble in Little China. Sorry. Big Trouble in Little China did it first.
Idiots. And there's a great
The
movie,
Crow.
and that's too low. Oh my
Oh,
That
god,
should be in the
fucked
top
up.
10. That should be in the
Fucking-
top
29,
10.
you be smoking.
The Crow's
weird crap.
29 and then fucking Shang-Chi is 30. What the fuck?
I like this movie enough that's respectable at 28,
And-
but you know, The Crow.
Damn.
Oh my god. Okay, I like Hellboy.
What?
That's good. A little low. That's a little low too.
That's a little low too.
Darkman is
God,
all right. I never
me-
really
Damn, they put
Decent.
Darkman?
I like
They put
Darkman.
Darkman
okay, but
in here.
I'm talking about before all the.
before these other movies, I don't know.
Yeah,
love
that's
love
fucked up.
Darkman.
Yeah, I can't even see
It's
how
a
they fucking
likable
put him
movie,
before all
but-
that other shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't the biggest Darkman guy. It was all right.
Damn.
Rocketeer,
Greatness.
25.
All right.
Higher, but whatever.
All right,
This list for it to be that high, these people are weird. This one jerk off is weird anyway. Okay, I like Batman Returns as much as the next guy, but better than the Avengers or better than the Crow. Or, Deadpool's all right. Again, it's fine. Some of these movies are going to be fine, but above some of the other ones,
I can't. I have no idea what's going to be in the top 10. I
that's
really
gonna be
don't.
interesting. Holy shit! 22.
Me too.
It's not really a superhero movie, by the way,
Right.
at all. It's a cop.
Oh,
So you idiots don't even understand what a freaking superhero movie is, but okay. And it's better than a lot of the movies. This is a
Doctor
nice-
Strange,
Oh,
I like,
get the fuck
2016
outta
beat
here.
RoboCop.
I like Doctor Strange though, but
Oh, no.
RoboCop doesn't even need to be on there. Screw this movie. You know how I feel about that one. That's too
Mask of
freaking
the
low.
Phantasm at 19.
There are
Wow.
18 movies better than this one. Suck it. You jerks. I love lists. They're so much fun to just yell at. This one, oh my God, one of the greatest. This one belongs to the top 2 or 3. The Winter Soldier is one of the greatest comic movies I've ever seen. I put it right up there with Superman 1 being it's a brilliant movie. It's better than just about anything that's going to be ahead of it, probably. Oh, what?
What?
No, thanks.
X2 is better than Captain America Winter Soldier. Right.
That's some fuck shit. Ain't that some bullshit?
No, thank you.
Wow.
Wow,
Infinity War.
16.
16.
Damn.
Shit on that. It doesn't have an ending, so you can kind of ding it for that a little bit, but it's great. Okay, all right.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's a really good movie, but come on.
So I guess Wonder
It's
Woman.
not better than Infinity War.
I don't think it's better than Infinity War or Mask of the Phantasm or even the first Avengers movie.
Spider-Man.
Okay,
Holy
real good
shit.
movie, but wow. A lot of people like
14.
Okay, that's a piece of shit. This movie sucks.
Wow.
This movie officially is a piece of dog crap. I hate it. Ugh. They did a terrible job adapting.
I
that
liked
story.
the road cut. I liked
Never
the
saw
road
it.
cut.
I just saw the theatrical one time. Don't have any interest in watching it anymore. All right. No.
Wow.
Are you absolutely insane?
Wow.
No.
Homecoming beats
Spider-Man 2 is
out.
better than that.
Wow.
Homecoming? Suck it. This is a great one. Probably should be in top 10.
Yeah, this is in my top 5. This is in my top 5 comic book movies of all time. It's the original Iron Man.
Shit. Yeah, I mean,
when he came out in that metal suit, I fucking
fantastic.
went nuts. Yes.
That's one of the best. I mean, idiots. 11. Now we get into the top 10. Boy, this is going to really be painful. Okay, this one is great. This one can be. This is one of the greatest movies ever. I think I can have it higher than 10. I'm sorry. That's the real Fantastic Four movie. That one belongs. Yeah, that's a great movie. I'm sorry. I agree with him on that one. I love that movie.
No, I mean, I'm not. I don't disagree. It's just the fact that it's
great, man. It's the real
Wonder
Fantastic Four
Woman.
movie we're only gonna get. Okay, Wonder Woman.
I was wondering Wonder Woman's going to show up. What about
She does
Aquaman?
not belong at number 9.
Not that high.
No, not
Too
at all.
high. Ragnarok. Screw that movie. This guy's
Holy
a dumb
shit.
dipshit. Screw you. I mean, it's annoying in so many ways. All right, I'm not going to go into how much I really think this is overrated, but I knew it would be in there. I thought it'd be higher than this, to be honest. I actually am shocked how low they got it, even though I wouldn't put it in my top 10. Sorry, Eris. Spider-Man fuck that piece of crap.
Into the Spider-Verse beat out all these other movies is number 6.
Eat a bag of shit. Sucked. Shockwave's probably right.
It didn't beat out Superman.
Damn.
Number 5.
Number 5.
What the fuck? What could be
better than this? Oh my god, this is gonna be funny.
From 4, 3, 2, 1. What? Oh man, the suspense is killing me.
This is gonna be bad, dude.
I'm about to pass out.
That movie, great scenes in it. A bunch of great scenes in search of a plot. This movie is not even in the top 20, 30.
Oh, shit. You know why they did this? They did this for A-Force. Oh,
yeah. And how they disgraced Captain America at the end. This sucks.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
you know what?
Number 3 is gonna be. Oh shit!
This right here is them flatlining Marvel on Disney.
God.
This was the flatline. It's still dying today. They haven't been able to resurrect. They haven't been able to resurrect Marvel yet, but this was it. Marvel starting to flatline right here.
Right. Exactly.
And they give it number 4.
Damn.
Yeah. What? Eat a bag of shit. So overrated.
Huffy Puppy Logan. He can barely breathe while he's running through the woods. He's like, let me stop. Let me stop and catch my breath. I'm like, that's
overrated trash.
Oh my God, what did I drop? I dropped something. Something just fell on the floor. It was a bottle cap. Oh my God.
Number 2.
Wow.
I had Spider-Man 2 on here.
Wow, no, that was Spider-Man 1.
Wait. Okay. So what in the world? Wait. Wow. So what in the world could number? What would? All right. How about this? Before anybody, what is your guess? Number 1
I couldn't even hazard a guess. Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel. I was thinking that.
Eternals. Eternals is number 1.
Eternals. You think? What about you, Loki?
Oh, I'm going with Captain Marvel.
You going with Captain Marvel?
You're looking at it, aren't you?
It's Rolling Stones. Shit, it could be anything. I'm just like, wow. I can't believe they gave Spider-Man 2 the number 2. I mean, it's an awesome movie. I love it. I love this movie, especially the extended edition. I will watch the extended edition night and day. I love the first movie. I love the second movie. I detest everything about the third movie.
But you know what? I don't see how, like, the Hulk didn't make it. Shazam, Aquaman didn't make it. Shazam didn't make it. The first Suicide Squad didn't make it. I mean, Conan didn't make it.
Black Widow didn't make it. Yeah, Conan.
Yep. Red Sonja didn't make it. I mean, there's so many. I mean, damn.
This is all lately. How many latelys do we got? We'll say in the last 20 years. We've got Spider-Man, Logan, 2, Avengers.
Isn't that Batman 66?
Oh, hell, they didn't even put the first X-Men movie on there.
No, they didn't. So they've got a lot of modern trash with a couple.
I gotta admit, I can't even guess how dumb the first one's going to be.
All right, well, let's find out. Is everybody ready?
Holy shit.
Oh, it's an advertisement.
Oh, no.
I know it. Holy shit. Oh, my God.
And the number 1 movie is Black Panther from 2018. The number 1.
Holy shit.
The number 1 comic book movie
or superhero movie, they said.
In Rolling Stones, superhero movie is Avengers Black Panther.
Holy shit.
Wow.
I don't even like this movie.
How many no's do we have in chat right now? We got Dave Bob,
no. There's a bunch of istaphobes, clearly.
Chris Persian, nope.
You're just racist, that's all.
God help us.
This movie, let me tell you something. This movie shit all over a great character. He was great in Civil War. I love this actor, rest his soul. This movie took a character from the Marvel Universe who was brilliant, and he was a thinking man's hero, and just turned him into a silly nothing action with some bad CGI, and let his sister do every fucking thing. They ruined him.
So Wakanda is the crown jewel of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And it's an ethno state in this movie. By the way.
You know, all right, how about this, man? Just y'all help me out with this. Now they have
where was Blade, by the way?
Namor, Submariner. They'd have Submariner for number 2.
They had Blade 2.
And
but not Blade.
No. I'm talking about we're talking about
new stuff,
Black Panther 2.
Right.
So we showing up, and instead of him being Atlantean, they have him being
Aztec
what?
Or something.
Like
Aztec.
All right. So they decided to change him to why? Because they didn't want to fucking offend the Atlanteans.
No. Atlanteans are usually pretty tough-skinned about it. They just wanted to make they were catering to the Aztecs, clearly. No, it's just so stupid. You're right, man.
I mean, but why not keep it? Because of Aquaman?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Why not? They predates Aquaman, so they should have just went ahead and dealt with it. Now, it's true that Joe Public would go, "Let's just like rip off Aquaman," because they don't know any better. It's just like that movie Aquaman we saw, but still, this is terrible. This list sucks.
Damn.
So this is High on Films' 30 best comic book movies of all time. We got Batman Begins. Okay, I can see that.
Sorry.
Hellboy 2004.
At least it's good. Well,
Watchmen.
I don't know about that, but all right.
Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Brightburn.
Well, that's not a comic book movie either. Does it say comic book films? That's not based on a comic book. As I remember right.
Okay. This should be in my. This is in my top 20. But yeah, at least it's on here. Shit.
Crap.
Birds of Prey is better than Sin City. What are you smoking?
Crap.
Iron Man so low.
Too low.
23. Too low. Unbreakable.
Greatness, but not based on the comic book either.
Kick-Ass.
Yeah, it was a fun movie, but Jesus. I know it's good, but a little high. Yeah, it's
Batman
fine.
89.
Batman 89, right?
That's in my top 10.
At least
We'll run out
18.
of top 10. This is at 18, Black Panther.
Least, yeah.
Dread.
Yes. Don't get me started.
Yeah, I mean, but Dread was actually pretty fucking good. I love Dread, man.
As a fan of the character, I have a lot of problems with this movie. Urban's great though in the movie. Yeah.
2 weeks from yesterday, we're gonna watch Dread over on Pops' channel.
I have a lot.
I'm actually excited about that.
As a Judge Dredd fan, I have issues with it.
God, Suicide Squad.
It was okay, but 16 really? It's better than Batman Mask of the Phantasm? I don't think so, dummies.
It's not better than Batman 89 either.
No, it's not better than a lot of stuff before. It doesn't belong before any of those movies.
Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises. Ugh.
The Crow is in top 5.
Very low again, yeah.
It's my top 5, if not one of my. It's either number 1 or number 2. Deadpool 2. Really?
I like Deadpool 2, but come on, man. Better than Batman Fast and Furious. Get out of here with that.
Winter Soldier is number 12.
That's too damn low. Idiots. Wait a minute. All right. Sorry, go ahead.
Homecoming is better.
That's better than Batman Captain America Winter Soldier. I don't think so. Idiots.
Damn.
Guardians.
It's all right, but not better than Winter Soldier. None of these are. Trash.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I hate that movie. Okay, great movie, but
shitty ending. Logan again? Really? I'm losing my faith in.
They got Guardians 2 better than the first one.
V for Vendetta, number 5.
V's up there, but I don't know about that. Yeah. Oh God, come on now.
Wow.
They must be looking off the same fucking list, man.
Joker's not a comic book movie. I don't care if they call it Joker or not. It's not a comic book movie.
Avengers at number 2.
Avengers, but that's high.
Avengers at number 2.
Wow.
It would at least be. Maybe
what would you think number 1 would be?
Is it better than Infinity War? I don't think so. I don't know. Is it better than? I don't know.
What, Captain America: The First Avenger would be number 1? You think?
No.
Black Widow.
God. No.
They might put Endgame at number 1.
I almost pulled my phone out at Walmart the other day because there was a wall of Black Widow toys. It was like the whole wall was her in that white suit. I was like, why in the hell do y'all have this? Yeah, it was out on a clearance rack, but a whole wall. It's like nobody wanted to buy those white suit Black Widow action figures.
Yeah, of course. This is going to be
Dark Knight.
Okay, well, I don't like it much, but a lot of people put it on high on their list, so I respect that. But they're calling this list comic book movies. A
masterpiece.
Right.
They're calling this list comic book movies, like you said. 2 movies on there weren't based on comics, so you guys just need to learn how to respect. Hey, Mark D popping in.
Hey, guys.
Sorry to get up.
Hey,
yo, what's up, man?
Sorry to be late, but stuck at a meeting. Just got home, but is number 1 going to be Captain Marvel?
That was our second list. That was our second list to see if anybody actually had a good list. So. We did Rolling Stones, and they gave number 1 to Black Panther. So yeah, that was
look. In all seriousness, there, Loki, I can see a list that I disagree with and respect it all day long. I can say, look, I don't like that movie, but I understand a lot of people do. I get it, but sometimes these lists are played by absolute morons. That you go, wait a minute. I mean, if you like the movie and I don't like it, that's one thing. It's on your list. That's a personal thing. That's fine. But some of these are just ridiculous.
You know what? I liked. You know what? There's no account. There's never any accounting for taste. I liked Howard the Duck. shit.
I like it too.
I
Yeah.
like that movie. You know,
I like
Jennings. Howie, you're like, yeah, get the girl,
Yeah.
Howard. Yeah, and that dude, that is okay. So it's a PG movie, but you see a duck with tits at the beginning of that
Oh.
movie in the bath. You see a duck with tits, and she's like, in love. And you're like, what in the shit? And this is a PG movie, but you have a duck with titties at the beginning of your movie. How is this PG? Yes, right there. And Pops
duck boobs
knows.
don't count, right? Yeah.
Duck boobs apparently
Ooh,
don't
looks like
count.
Chris Berger's got you another list if you want to trash it, but it's up to you guys.
I want it in the worst comic book movie list. Catwoman. Oh, God, with Halle
You like
Berry.
what?
Yeah.
Oh,
Would you say it'd
That
be the
was
first
painful.
time it make you want to fuck some foul, right?
Yeah,
Well, we
my
were talking
obsession
about-
with duck tits.
we were talking about Midnight Run last night with the scene of Grodin and De Niro, and he finally
Chickens.
gets him to break up. He says, "There's some good-looking chickens back there, weren't you? Have you ever had?" Oh God, that was a crazy scene.
And yes,
Great
I
movie.
loved Leah Thompson and Howard the Duck.
A lot of people. I know that's really. Let's be honest with us, something, folks. A lot of guys who saw that at a very young age say, "Oh, I really love Howard the Duck." Translation: They really love Leah Thompson. Boom. I
In
know, I
the
had a buddy of mine
punk,
like that. I had a buddy
in
of
the
mine like
punk
that.
outfit. I mean, maybe I've just got a thing for chicks that dress
Duck
like
tits.
punks. But yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
absolutely. Seeing her up on that stage rocking that guitar, it's like, damn.
That's
Yeah,
Howard
all right, I'm
the
sold.
Duck.
Actually,
Has
that's
a
a pretty
few
cool
points
song,
there.
man.
It is.
Oh,
There's nothing wrong with liking a kind of cheesy, not so good movie, but then you enjoy the hell out of it, right? And
Well, it's
then
just
if it's easier on the eyes,
people make fun of it because it was still look. It's fun to make fun of because that little costume thing. It was kind of weird. Howard the Duck not being. I mean, first of all, that as a choice for a movie was kind of weird. Would be Marvel's first movie anyway. You're like, what? I mean, we love the comic, and then you don't have the technology really to CG it or anything. So you got this weird costume with this crazy. The voice was goofy. I mean, the guy doing the voice, yeah, but still, it's fun, silly stuff.
Him and
They were
that
never-
cigar though, when they go through his house and he's like sitting there and he's smoking a cigar and he's putting his feet up and all that shit happens to him. And I just it's fun seeing the Raiders of the Lost beak or whatever the hell it was poster. I want that fucking poster. I want that Howard the
Right.
Duck Raiders of the Lost Ark poster. Things like that. I see shit like that and I'm like, God, dude, they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to make this whole little duck world. Hell, when they're blasting him away from the duck world, it's shaped like an egg. Come on.
Oh yeah, and when there were parents bringing their little kids to see the first night we saw it at the theater when it first opened, and they were people bringing kids to see this thing, and I'm like, they were bringing kids out as soon as they saw the naked, the duck lady.
you mean this isn't Donald?
Yeah, they didn't know. They thought it was a little kitty duck movie.
Did
Idiots.
any of you guys ever read the adult comics that came out? I think now it's probably about 20 years ago, but it was like in the Alias line.
The Howard
was,
the Duck ones. Yeah.
Yeah, those are crazy. They were pretty good, but they went nuts with those comics, and that was I think they had nudity in them too, if I'm remembering
Of
reading
course.
them. Yeah, but those
yeah,
are
they've
definitely
got-
not for kids.
They've got Red Sonja Howard the Duck crossover comics.
They do. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if you guys had to pick a favorite, your personal opinion, your favorite, what would it be? Tell us why. We'll start with Clobbering Times. Chat, you can contribute to this. I will highlight your favorites. Let us know. But we'll start with Clobby and we'll go around. Clobby, what's your favorite? If you had to pick one, you just pick one. I'm pretty sure I know what it is too.
It's going to easily be Superman the movie 1978 for me. I mean, there's no. I
Really?
I love a lot of them, but as far as you talking about superhero movie, right? Comic book movie,
Yeah,
superhero movie.
comic book
I mean,
movie.
it will be easily number one. That is one of the greatest movie experiences of my life. I looked forward to it for years when they kept advertising it in DC Comics. You Will Believe a Man Can Fly, the
Can
commercials.
fly.
And in December of 1978, as a 14-year-old kid, when when I got to go see it, I remember just not knowing what to expect, looking forward to it, but who knew? Because I'd loved the comic, I'd loved George Reeves' show, and when I saw, that little black and white bit of coming on with the Daily Planet with the little girl announcing it. I didn't know what to expect. When I heard that music starting to gear up, I didn't know what to expect. And when that big, gigantic red S blasted across the screen with that John Williams score, which is out of this world, and watch those blue, beautiful credits going for the first of 18 times in the theater that I saw it that year, I just fell in love with that movie, and I love it. It was already a character that I loved. It just treated one of my most beloved characters with great respect, and it will always be my favorite. I love a lot of other movies. I think Captain America: Winter Soldier is probably one of the best, if not the best, in terms of writing and everything else. But that's the one my favorite, the one that I will always love most, that I cherish for so many other reasons, simply critically. There are a lot of great ones, but that's the big one for me. Superman, the movie, 1978, in all its forms.
All right.
You were surprised by that?
24.
Did you think you knew what it would be?
I thought it was going to be Mask of the Phantasm. I really did.
I do love that now, but Superman had more impact on me.
All right.
Look, I love it, man. It was not a bad guess, buddy. It's my top 4 or 5 for sure.
Kalabby, or 24. I don't know why I called you Kalabby. Shit.
Well,
Kalabby was just talking to me. 24.
Well, Clobber took my answer and my reply.
I'm sorry.
Nah, you good. Holy shit, that was funny. Actually, the greatest. Oh man, because actually, Superman is definitely shit. Top 5, man. I mean, actually in top 3. I mean, but then his. Damn. Hell, I can't pick, man. Shit.
Well, it's not Green Lantern.
No, definitely not. And the animated series was better than that. So
if you say Steel with Shaquille O'Neal, I'm kicking you out.
Oh no. I definitely would never. I would never do that.
Or Dick Tracy, F that movie.
Oh well, it's actually that was I did like Dick Tracy, but nah.
Yeah, that's false.
All right, well, I would have to. I'd have to go with Superman too, man. Like no shit.
Superman 2?
Nah, Superman also.
I'm teasing you, man. I mean,
yeah. It's like as I'm sitting there thinking, I mean, there's other ones that have made me jump up, like Wonder Woman, like the first one with Gal Gadot. That had me like, oh shit! Like saw it was good to see Wonder Woman get her shine in something that was respectable, man. Like, it might not have been true to the origin, per se or anything like that, but it was good to see, her put in situations that she could overcome, and it wasn't just kicking her ass when she's supposed to be strong as fuck, and she's getting gunned down and getting her ass beat. I don't know. It was good to see her show up like that, man. It was good, man. So, that was good. Of course, like Watchmen was another one. Sin City was another one also, man. So, but yeah, man. I mean, they were, all different movies, all good, for different reasons. I like too much shit, man. So, yeah, man.
Like just one, right?
Yeah, because you got to understand, I got hundreds of comic book movies whether they were like made for TV, came out in theaters, coming out straight for DVD, whether it's some shit that came out on a Sci-Fi Channel or some shit that came out back in serial, and actually serials back then were being shown in theaters as well. Yeah, so we talking like Superman serials, the Captain Marvel, Batman. I think Captain America had a serial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were showing all them shits, man. So in theaters, so I I own all those. So yeah, man, there's a bunch of good shit, man. Yeah, man, I like too much, man. So like I said, but I agree with Clobbering with Superman probably being number one, because if there was anything, me when I saw that as a kid, it definitely had an effect, because it looked real as fuck, man. Like it wasn't no strings when you were watching that shit. He looked like he was fucking doing all of it, man. It just fuck. Yeah, man. It was definitely inspiring, as a kid to see Christopher Reeve do, what he did on that screen. And it was put together, man, and definitely had, the love for Superman was every second that you watch that movie, the love for Superman is in every second, that you see it, man. So there's no denying that having his number one spot. So when you can sit there and you can watch Rolling Stones or whatever, and that motherfucker's like, what, number 38 or some shit, you're like, I get the fuck out of here.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying? And just think, man, Superman was actually it made people feel that they can fucking fly, man. Like even grown folks, like after you watch that, you're like, damn, it was uplifting, man. It was a cool fucking movie, man. And then, even if you didn't like Superman, a lot of people left that theater not hating it. So, because I know, like, my parents and I knew people that didn't even like superhero shit, but after watching Superman, hell, they was cool to take me to watch number 2. So, it's all good, man.
Mark D with a C.
All right. Well, that's a tough act to follow both these guys. I'm still debating what to put as my number one, but I can kind of give you a few, but I'll try to pick my number one. But yeah, seeing Superman the movie, I remember getting invited, my buddy David with his parents, to go see Superman. And when it came out, and as a young kid too, I mean, that movie blew you away. Plus you had Star Wars that came out a year before, right? I guess so. Special effects wise, was it a year before? Or was it
year before?
Yeah. So you couldn't believe it being in the movie theater. You're like, how the hell is this guy flying around? And it looks real. It's it's just unbelievable. I just couldn't believe seeing that movie, and it's a great movie. So that's I'll give you a couple. I'm cheating, but I'll give you a couple, and then I'll try to pick mine. Dark Knight. As much as I'm not a fan of Nolan's other movies, I don't even like Batman Begins that much. I just love the Dark Knight movie, and of course the superheroes have gotten way too dark. But I think that's a fantastic movie, fantastic story, great performances. So that was probably my favorite. And then you got, of course, Captain America: Winter Soldier. I think that's out of the Marvels. I think that's what everyone picks as number one for good reason, because anyone could watch that movie. Even if you're not a Marvel fan, you can enjoy it. It could, that could be like a spy thriller. You could, not that you wouldn't want to take Cap out, but I could see that as, almost like a Bond type film or a great action film. So that's just another, fantastic movie. And of course, Batman '89 too, right? We can't leave that one out. I mean, what a big deal that was, and how great that movie was. And what an event that was too. So like, I think it's a little bit different too. If you're around when the movie hit the theaters, this clobbering time. I guess I'm assuming most of us were old enough to see. I don't know if Loki, if you were around to see Superman when it was in the.
I wasn't.
You weren't. So it's like you weren't. So it's like a different animal too when you saw it in the movie. Like when I still can close my eyes and hear this 20th Century Fox theme and have that the Star Wars opening. I can picture that happening, and just it's like an 8-year-old kid, and just you're going totally bonkers over it, and just you transported to another world. So that's what Superman did so well, and I guess Spider-Man too. That would round out my top. The first Spider-Man movie, that was, God, to see Spidey web slinging for real in that first movie. And there's a lot of problems with the movie in terms of maybe he's not giving all the quips, and Tobey Maguire, maybe he's not the perfect Peter Parker, but that movie had a lot of heart, and I thought Raimi did a good job. But if I guess I'll have to go with Superman 2. That's probably it's a tie
Superman
between
2.
Well, I love Superman 2. I know you disagree on that one. That was a big deal. My parents remember taking us. We're gonna go see Superman 2 tonight, and we're gonna take you guys to McDonald's. You can get a chocolate shake tonight, too.
That backfired. I was just trying to mess with you.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that's a top. That's a top. I know we disagree now, but that's a top. Just that seeing that movie, and my dad loved it, my mom loved it. Like you felt good coming out of the movie theater at the end.
Experience matters. The experience matters. Yeah.
And with the American flag and the White House, and Mr. President, I'll never let you down. I mean, it was just so patriotic too, which you don't get enough these days. So, but yeah, I'll say Superman, the first movie. It's just Christopher Reeve, God bless him, was just so amazing when you see him. It's Superman, and it's just I think I can't believe I was here late, but you said one list had Superman the movie is number 38 or something. That's obscene.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first list was worse than the second one. Was probably worse than the second one.
Oh yeah, the first list was worse. The Rolling Stone one was way worse. I'm gonna cheat because I can. It's my show, and I'm the host. I'm gonna cheat, but I'm probably gonna surprise a lot of people here, because everyone knows I love Superman. But he's not on my cheat list here. So this is how I'm gonna start this out. Batman 89. I went day one. Me, my dad, my mom went to see this movie. Everything about it was, to me as a kid, spectacular. I loved seeing Batman. I loved Jack Nicholson as the Joker. I loved Gotham. Gotham City is like its own character in this movie, and it wouldn't have been that way if it hadn't had the talented people behind it making it. The Batmobile was, magic. It was absolute magic.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved the casting. I will watch this movie any day. I will put this on in 4K, and I will watch this any day. The sound on 4K is absolutely great, even in your home theater. If you get a chance to watch this in a theater, go watch it in the theater. Make sure you don't pass this up. If you ever see this at like Batman for one day only, we're showing Batman 1989. Go and see it, because it's worth it. My second pick, and this is different. This is how I'm gonna say this. That blew me away as a kid seeing that. As an adult, Iron Man has to be my favorite movie. I drove around in my Dodge Charger blasting AC/DC. And I hadn't listened to AC/DC since I was like in high school. It's just something that I didn't really listen to for a while, for years after Iron Man came out. I absolutely loved it. I love the beginning of that movie. I love him making the iron suit, the OG Iron Man suit. I thought that was a beautiful callback to the original comic. Yeah, they changed some stuff and did some, they're Afghans, but they changed some stuff and it was different, but fine, whatever. They still had that suit, that iconic suit. I thought it was great. I thought it was absolutely great. And it started a really good series that died with Endgame. And that's just where I'm going to leave it, because it died with Endgame. I don't care what has come out after that. It's all fan fiction now. Hell, some of it already was, but still. Iron Man, I thought was great. I thought the second Iron Man movie was good enough to be a good Iron Man movie. I did not really like the third, but that first movie, and the way he is, because that's the Iron Man I read about. It was the Iron Man. It was the Tony Stark that was dying. He was doing everything from creating robotic versions of the suit that he can control from Stark Tower to War Machine. I remember I had this great comic book. I had this great mega big size Iron Man War Machine issue as a kid. Someone going, "What is that? That's not Iron Man." I'm like, "No, it's War Machine." No idea, because a lot of people didn't read anything about Iron Man. But he is the Tony Stark I read about when I was a kid. And when I saw the casting, I was like, perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Love that movie. Great movie.
So I cheated.
There you go.
So what?
And I even like Iron Man 3 too. So
someone has to.
Someone has to. It's got a Mustang in it. Come on. I
The
want
scissoring hens, yes. Phase 4 kicked off the era of scissoring hens at Marvel. And now there's all kinds of rumors and innuendo that the reason why Marvel's going so woke is because China doesn't want anything to do. Man, shut the hell up. It was already going that way at the end of Endgame. It started. So don't tell me that over the last year they've lost their China sponsorship and that's why they're changing. No, they did the exact same thing with Star Wars. So don't give me any of this bullshit. I don't want to hear it. Disney is Disney. I've been saying it for over 3 years. Disney is doing this and they're doing it on purpose. It's not because, oh my God, that China's lost faith in Disney. No, it's because Disney's being Disney.
Eternals even open in China, right? After all that pandering they were trying to do,
Yeah.
I think.
No, it
That
didn't.
means it didn't get to save lives in China.
We could have sent that over
It
as
was
a
save lives, and you remember that movie saved lives. So
yeah, we saved lives in China. People suffer through it.
People died there because that movie didn't open.
So before we get out of here, you guys got anything coming up that you would like to promote? Get out there. No, there is no Mill Gaze tonight. We'll bring it back next week. I don't have anything ready. So we'll bring Mill Gaze back next week. But if there's anything you guys want to promote, get out there. Let people know what's going on.
There's my avatar. There's the male gaze for my avatar. There we go.
Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
Some Sue Storm.
Yeah.
Hopefully she'll be cast that way in the movie right now.
I'll be going on in about half hour.
You don't hold your breath.
My usual Wednesday night, wild card Wednesday night. And, of course, tomorrow night, the clubhouse is open with Mark and Raquel, both of those 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, as is my Friday night. I guess I'll be over at Nick's channel with the comic shop talk, like always, with the gang there. I think that's 8:30ish or whatever, and Central, and then 9 p.m. Central Saturday night. Saturday night Star Trek returns, of course, reviewing 4 more episodes of Deep Space Nine and our ongoing mission to review all of real Star Trek. And there's my alarm right there telling me about the show. Sorry. So yeah, thanks, bro.
I'm waiting for 24 to go blow that shit up and me to say I already did it, bro. I already did it.
Blow that shit up.
24. What do you got coming up? I know you said you got videos coming up. You're about to start.
Yeah, actually, that's for now. That is about it. I'm be like I say, starting to work on videos starting tomorrow, and yeah. As far as live streaming goes, I may do one this weekend. I have to see, but shit, I just look forward to catching up with y'all. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Oh, yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah, next week, yeah.
Anything you want to throw out, Mark?
Sure, yep. So I did a unboxing of Star Trek The Motion Picture 4K. I got the director's edition.
Nice.
So, I did that an unboxing with Clobbering Times yesterday. So am I wrenching here, or I don't know if I am. I can.
I just throw it in private chat. I'll
throw it in the private chat. Yeah. Thank you. Yep. So I got that. So check that video out. And thank you. That was really. I'd highly recommend that. God, that's a great movie. Great.
Yes.
That 4K is just like you were saying. The sound when you listen to the sound on that movie and you crank it on 11, God, it sounds gorgeous. I mean, the picture's great, but just the sound is another huge improvement too. And of course, I'll be on the Clubhouse with Clobbering Times on Thursday night, and Sunday night I have my show Sunday Night Geekery, 10 p.m. Eastern. A lot of times Clobbering Times is there. We just go over the, whatever happens in the week. We always end up talking about food, it seems, somehow, because I like to cook, do barbecue.
Because we both eat too much, let's be honest.
I guess we both eat too much, yeah. So I cooked a whole pig for Labor Day last weekend, so I was showing all the pictures for that. We did a big party.
It makes you hungry, and you want to just like, damn it, dude, cut it out.
That's why I lose so many viewers, I guess, right? They go leave and get food.
They go get something.
Damn.
Come back after you get your food, yeah. But yeah, it's been fun, and thanks for having me on, and yeah, check out that video.
We gotta get Loki to join us one of these late Sunday nights. No, we're kidding. Loki has to get up early the next morning.
No, I'd love to. I'd love to. I can stay up late every once in a while.
I got you. But I know you
get the mornings of mischief.
Yeah, throw me an invite. I'll
definitely will. Yeah,
I'll be there. I loved getting to see that Star Trek The Motion Picture Director's Cut in theaters, coming out of the theater and doing the
great.
review right then and there, I was so just like, man, it hits you.
Yeah.
It hits you so hard. And you just go, you know what? People can shit on this movie all they want to. They don't make movies like this.
I love that movie.
It's the most Star Trek of all the movies, I think, after watching them all. And those guys that redid it, I mean, they'd love it. So there's a link in that video to another link from Iconicon about the
movie
Retro Blasting
Iconicon movie. That's great, man.
Yeah. So they had some of the producers on and the special effects guys. One of the guys started crying almost, brought the tears by everyone in the crowd was so thankful and, saying thank you for this movie. You could see how much these creators really cared about the movie. And, basically brought the tears by, the gratitude of all the fans that were hanging out with them. So it's a real labor of love. And we're lucky we got this restored in 4K. I never thought it would happen. I thought I'd have to keep watching on my old DVD, blurry DVD. So it's great to have. Yeah.
Yep.
So guys, I'm going to throw a link out in chat. We have got Mark's. Why isn't this coming through? Oh, it says I'm over the cat. You sons of bitches. Hold on. What's that?
It's a very cool video. A very cool thing. So, even though I was there.
Link.
Even though you were there. That's what made it good. You were there.
Okay, so guys,
worthless without me there.
If you are going to be joining us at ValhallaCon in October, there is the link. Please register and let me know you are coming. I will have a special one-time only ValhallaCon t-shirt waiting for you at the convention. Just tell me what size you want. Message me with what size you want. We'll have you one. We're going to do giveaways. Upcoming Monday, this Monday, members only live stream, we're going to be giving away 2 copies. We're going to be giving away 2 books, 2 of Adega's books. We're going to give away Evolution and Revolution to a lucky winner. So part 1 and part 2 of the Evolution series, we're going to give away next Monday. Be there or be square. We are going to give that away to a lucky member. So, and that's it. We're out of here, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for Mornings of Mischief and for the Comic Book Roundtable. Be safe. Be excellent to each other. Stay humble. Always speak friend to enter, and we'll see you guys next Wednesday night.
Take care.
Yeah.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.